Ryan Fitzpatrick. I can't let you get away with talking about B-Flow, not while he's the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think I can do that. Now, as a player, Ryan, I know I respect you. I'm sure thousands and millions of people respect you. I mean, you were a serviceable football player. You was able to start for multiple franchises. And for that, I'm going to give you your flowers. But we got to talk about how you was talking over the internet. All right, listen, man, in my opinion, the way and the things you were saying, it feels like you blocking Brian Flores' blessing, or at least trying to block the blessing. I mean, you're putting stuff out there. You have players that watch you. You have coaches that watch you. I'm sure there's GMs that tap in with you, man, because you are a very likable guy, man. I love the Conor McGregor-esque type football player walking out with the chest hairs and the gold chains and putting on the shades and hey, I was there for it, bro. I enjoyed it, right? But this right here, now that you're not in the NFL and you're podcasting, I don't know if I like the way you coming out talking about Brian Flores in a time right now where he's still in the playoffs with his football team, the Minnesota Vikings, and he's getting interview requests, man. He's already had 3 teams that have interviewed him. So obviously there's interest there because of the way he's performing and the way he brought the Minnesota Vikings defense up to a level where it needed to be. And yes, things can get better. There is things he can work on. We all get that. But as Minnesota Vikings fans, I'm sure I speak for most of us, we would love Brian Flores to just stay in Minnesota. We don't care. He don't have to go be a head coach, but he wants to do that. And he made that clear on the Adam Schefter interview that he had a couple months ago. He said, man, look, man, my goal is to be a head coach again. And for you to come out and talk crazy like you did, I don't know if I can rock with that, bro. I just don't think I can, man. I got to stick up for my boy B-Flow right here. And we're going to talk about why I feel the way I feel about this and what you said. Ryan Fitzpatrick says Brian Flores began his tenure as likable and relatable to the players back in the days with the Dolphins. But as time went on, Flores was unrecognizable and became a dictator of sorts. That's crazy. That's how you really feel, man. That's crazy, but we'll get to that too. He said, if you ask the training staff, the equipment guys, the people that were serving meals, custodians, everybody in the Miami building loved him. It just became such a power-driven ego trip. And in the coaches' meeting rooms of it was my way or the highway. There wasn't a collaboration. With that being said, I do think he learned a lot. He's such a relatable guy when he's just himself. All right. Now, look, man, at the end of the day, man, I got to say this. When I think about the full scape of it, and everybody knows what happened with Brian Flores in Miami. And if you don't, I mean, there was rumors that they were wanting him to tank for Tua. Even Ryan Fitzpatrick actually came out and said that was the year of the tank for Tua. They got rid of all their good players. I mean, he admitted that even on this show right here, that he's talking this way. So he knows that, first of all, they set Brian Flores up to fail from the get-go. They brought him in. They got rid of all their good talent. They didn't win games until like the middle of the season. They started putting together rallying games because he started implicating discipline. He probably felt like the players were running amok around there, on top of the owner trying to make him lose games and trying to do all, man, there was a lot going on in Miami, bro. And we all know that. We all know that, man. So he probably was frustrated. I mean, think about it. This is his first opportunity to be a head coach for the NFL team. And the team that hires you is out here trying to pretty much scam the NFL in a way and do things the wrong way. Not saying, hey, man, we believe in you. We want you to go out here, win football games, be the best head coach you can be. It's no, we're going to hire you, but here's some extra money. We want you to lose games. We want you to kind of let your players run amok. Don't be disciplined. Don't do none of this. So he probably got sick of it, bruh, and really just said, you know what, F it. I'm about to dictate around here, bruh. I'm running this thing now. You know what I mean? I'm going to show them. And that's to me, and that's my opinion. That's what I believe happened when I look and try to read in between the lines. All right. But to say that there wasn't any collaboration is crazy because this goes back to the Minnesota Vikings, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, Kevin O'Connell. What was their big word? We all know this is Vikings fans going into when they got hired. Collaboration, right? And when the interview process came around to interview Brian Flores, I'm sure they looked deep into that, man. There's a reason why they brought him onto our team to be the defensive coordinator. And again, we don't care if he doesn't go be a head coach, because as Vikings fans, we want him to stay. You know, he's been getting interview requests, and that's cool. but we want him to stay. We're hoping that he denies all of it. And he came out and said he's not going to leave unless it is the right situation for him. So I'm hoping that none of those situations feel right to him, bro. I'm really hoping they are. But, this is what he said. He said he became a dictator, would struggle to get a reference from another coach in Miami. Ryan Fitzpatrick just straight up said you might as well call it national media, bro, because I'm sure GMs again watch you, players, coaches, all that watch you. You said he would struggle to get a reference from another coach in Miami and became unrecognizable. Good luck. Like, bro, that's lame, bro. Right before we about to play a playoff game, you trying to get my boy out his mode too? That's another thing that rubbed me the wrong way is we're about to have a playoff game, and Brian Flores gonna see that. Somebody gonna show him this, man. The way you talking crazy like this might get him out his mojo. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm a firm believer that Brian Flores can block that noise out, man. And listen, I want him as the defensive coordinator. If not, there is some other good options out there, which is a good thing, right? Because this is a good year where there's some coaches available if it comes down to it. But I'll say this, man. Like, to me, Brian Flores has been nothing but great. His interviews, everything. The players love him. Our team gravitates towards him. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any kind of ill will there with me, in my opinion. And I said this months and months ago that teams don't care about what happened in Miami, bro. They want to win. And if they see that Brian Flores is being successful and they feel they're going to hire him, bro, why do you think he's getting interviews? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting interviews for a reason. Trust me, man. And when you look at all the other candidates, he's one of the top ones, if you want to be honest. When you're talking about experience, you're talking about performance, actually having the track record showing that he can win football games. I mean, look, dog, Brian Flores is going to get an opportunity where he's going to have a decision to make saying yes or no. All right, he's going to have that decision, man. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, man, I can't rock with the way you coming out right before our playoff game and talking about Brian. You couldn't wait till the offseason, bro. You couldn't wait till after. I mean, you really shouldn't have did it at all. You should respect your coach, man, regardless of how you feel. You and Tua, man. Y'all Miami players getting on my nerves, man. You're being soft. You feel me? Van Ginkel ain't got no issues. Van Ginkel was down there with you. He ain't got no issues. He's balling out under B-Flow right now. You know what I'm saying? Ask him. I bet you he loves it. I bet. Come on, man. Let's be honest, bro. I don't know, man. I think there's like these players are, these guys are like out to get Brian Flores and block his blessing. And that's kind of how I feel about this video. And I'm not for it, bro. I'm not for it, bro. Ryan Fitzpatrick, you need to tighten up, brother. You need to tighten up, man. Shout out B-Flow, man. I'm riding with B-Flow. Drop down in the comments how you feel, but I'm riding with B-Flow, bro. That's a fact, man. We got to go in here, handle business. Listen, tomorrow night, I got my boy Payo Time jumping on live with me, man. He's a Rams fan. He got Ram content over there, man. He has his own channel, so that'll all be linked. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man, tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time, man. Make sure you tap in. It's going to be a great show, man. I told you we're going to set something up, man. So shout out my boy Payo, man. I'm looking forward to this game. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.